Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arrakis. Now, you might be wondering, why is my character standing here pretty much naked? Now, I had a little, I ran into the sandworm, and the sandworm killed me. And as you guys and girls may or may not know, if you get eaten by the sandworm, you lose absolutely everything. So all I have on me is this vehicle backup tool and, and a worm tooth. Now, today's video, the topic of today's video is basically my first impressions of Dune Awakening. This is the weekend beta. Now, this is the first time that I'd ever played this game. I've never played the NDA'd closed beta or anything like that. And yeah, so this is the first time I've jumped into the game. I'm about 14 hours in. Now, this character is basically cooked because where I am, if you can see, I'm here. And my home base is all the way over here. And I don't have... I don't have any way of getting from where I am back to my home base. So basically, I had to abandon this character. You can see here, this character's level 24. I got to the second zone. This is as far as you can get in the closed beta, well, open beta if you like. This is as far as you can get because if you see this line here, they stop you from going into the next zones. So even though I have a contract to go into the Helios Gate, I can't actually get there because of the barrier. So it is what it is. So I've played enough. I got where I wanted to get with regards to, I managed to unlock the planetologist. I started off with this character as a Bene Gesserit. You can see here I've got loads of passives unlocked and I've got skills unlocked. I didn't fully finish. I don't have my third ability unlocked, which I was going to get to, but obviously, like I said, it's basically GG's for this character. I have started a new character just because I wanted to start as the Mentat, because I believe in this beta test there is no Mentat teacher and there is no Bene Gesserit teacher. Obviously in the full game you will be able to find the Bene Gesserit teacher and the Mentat teacher, but just for this beta you can't. So anyway, I unlocked some stuff for the Trooper, and like I said, I unlocked some stuff also for the planetologist. And my research, you can see here, I've unlocked some stuff here and there. But anyway, I digress. I wanted to talk about my first impressions of, like I said, I'm about 14 hours into it. And now I had high expectations because obviously, it's been made by, a big development team, Funcom. They've been around for a long time. They are veterans in this industry. They've made, survival games. They've made MMORPGs before. And this is a survival large scale, and it's a survival MMO. It does lean way heavily more into the survival aspect, of course. But at the end of the day, it does have MMO aspects. There is guilds, there is, quests, there is this wall here where you can open up and do contracts, which you'll find obviously in a lot of MMORPGs as well. So yeah, there's voice acting and stuff like that. There is things that make it feel like an MMO, but it definitely heavily leans way more into the survival aspect, because you can see here I'm currently I'm nearly dehydrated, so soon I will start taking damage. But like I said, he's cooked, so it is what it is. But graphically, I think this game is really nice, to be honest. It's Unreal Engine 5. They've done a good job. The world is, well, obviously it's a desert, so there's not, there's not much that you can see out there. But what I do really like is the, I'll call them dungeons. They're not dungeons per se, but if I show you on the map, if I can find them on the top of my head, these Imperial testing stations, these are basically dungeons. They're open world, so they're not instance, which again, I do like. You can go in there and it gives you a different feel, a different vibe. It's underground. There's one where in the early part of the game where it's covered in, lots of greenery. There's lots of, flowers and trees and stuff inside there. And it looks good. It's, a bit dark and it has a really good vibe. So yeah, so there is dungeons. Again, like I said, there's proximity chat as well, which is another thumbs up from me. I do love a game like this that has proximity chat. So you can, you know, run into some random players, have a good conversation with them, you know, troll them, whatever you like. Just as long as you guys and girls keep it, you know, as friendly as possible. I know there's a few people out there that may not do that, they may abuse that, but yeah, it's all good fun. But you can really like role play with proximity chat. Now, that being said, there are quite a few things that I dislike or I'm not happy with. Combat being the major one. Now, I did make a video before playing this when I watched obviously the combat dev stream, and I said, you know, I had some concerns along with lots of other people. I had some big concerns about the combat. But I did say I would wait and play it myself and, you know, see. Now, I would say the combat, the melee combat is, it's not good. It's really not good. It's very, very janky. And it's just not ready. Now, I know a lot of people are trying to defend it and say, but this is a survival game. They're not known for having amazing combat. Yes, okay, I understand to a degree, but guys, we are in 2025. This has been made on Unreal Engine 5. It's been made by a AAA dev studio. I'm kind of getting a little bit fed up of defending these big studios by saying, oh, but, you know, it's a survival game, so the combat shouldn't be your top priority. No, just, we've got to stop doing that, guys. It should be good. The combat, it shouldn't be this janky. Now, apparently, they're saying that on the fully fleshed version, the launch version, they're doing a combat update. Apparently, I haven't seen anywhere concrete to prove this. This is just what people are saying on the internet. But I would ask, if that is the case, why not showcase us the improved combat in this? Why give us this weekend beta if it's still janky and clunky? But I don't know. Gunplay, though, is decent. It's more than good enough. For PvP, I don't see people using melee because, it just doesn't work. So I don't know how they're going to address that. Now, base building is phenomenal. Now, I didn't really, I didn't want to spend time trying to build some phenomenal base in this weekend beta. But what I'll do now is I'll showcase a video of some amazing, creations that people have made, because you can do an amazing job with the base building. So I'll give them, I'll take my hat off to them for that. The base building is phenomenal. The survival elements of the game, really good. The Dune universe has been done really nicely. The sandworm is crazy. You can always hear it roaring. You feel very tense when you're trying to cross the desert because at any moment you can die to the sandworm like I have just done, and you can lose all of your gear. So you do have that element there. The UI is okay, but I dislike the crafting. When you're base building and stuff and the crafting, there's a few little bits and bobs when you're doing that I just don't, it doesn't really flow. Again though, I'm not sure if that's the final product because this game has been delayed, so who knows if they're going to fine tune that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to nitpick like everything, but the major concerns for me, like I said, is combat, the UI and functionality of when you're building. There's a lot of you have to click, like if you want to rotate something, for example, you have to press left alt and then like a mouse button and scroll and stuff like that. It isn't over the, it's not hard, nothing's complicated, but there's just a few too many steps, I think, in my opinion. It could be simplified a little bit better. And when you're using the fabricator, because when you craft from your inventory, if you craft something, it will just go straight into your inventory, into your item slot. But if you use the fabricator machine to craft an item, it doesn't go into your inventory. It goes into the inventory of the fabricator. So you have to make sure that you remove that item from the machine and to put it onto your character. Now again, once you know this, once you've noticed it, it becomes second nature. But when I first started playing, I didn't even realize that, and I was wondering where was my, where was the stuff that I was making, until I realized that, oh, it's actually still in the machine. So it's just little things like that, which I feel could be maybe polished a little bit more. Again, on the beta, talking about polishing, I've been having, not just me as well though, I've been having quite a lot of FPS drops. Now, I have a decent PC. I don't have a an insane PC. I have a 4060 Ti graphics card, a 32 gigs of RAM, and yeah, I don't think that I should be having any stutters and problems. So in other games, I can easily get 250 FPS, no drops. But in this game, I'm hovering around between 80 and 100 FPS, and it obviously dips. Sometimes it dips quite low. So I don't know whether that's something that they're obviously fine-tuning when they release the game or not. Maybe there'll be a day one patch, but who knows. But overall, I think this game is decent. It's not a game for me. I'm not going to be playing this game. It's not like, oh my god, I'm not blown away by it, basically. And you might be wondering, maybe I just don't like survival games. No, that's not the case. I do like survival games, and I do play other survival games. But I feel like this game is, if you're really into the Dune universe and the Dune lore, then you're probably going to appreciate this game a lot more. But I'm looking past that, and as a game as a whole, it's just not for me, which is fine. Not every game's going to be for everyone, but if you really do enjoy survival games and you really do enjoy the Dune lore and the Dune universe, then yeah, maybe this is going to be for you. But yeah, that's going to be it for my first impressions. Like I said, I'm about 14-ish hours in. Overall, it's a decent game. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, anyway, leave me a comment down below. Did you play this beta? And if you did, what are your thoughts? Are you going to be buying the game for launch, or are you on the fence still? If you are on the fence, why? And obviously, are you, or if you're like me, are you just going to not play the game? But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Take care. Peace.